Hello everyone, today we're going to be making Amberlynn Reid's vegetable soup from like 3 years back when she was living with Destiny. Now I'm not up to speed on all of the Amberlynn Reid lore, and I know Zachary Michael's been doing some of her newer recipes, including that potato soup that looked pretty good, but I'm feeling a little bit under the weather, so I was looking for some kind of soup to perk me back up, and I figured this one would be the one to do it. Now, it's got a bunch of kind of weird ingredients in here, but we're going to see how they work out. So you're going to need chicken broth with 33% less sodium. You're going to need minced garlic. You're going to need Italian seasoning. You're going to need seasonal. I just found all-purpose seasoning. I didn't find seasonal in the store. You're going to need parsley flakes, garlic powder, black pepper. You're going to need this Bragg liquid aminos. It's like a soy sauce alternative. Now I'm just gonna stop here. This is a serving size is 1 teaspoon. There's 320 milligrams of freaking sodium in this thing, but it says it's not used with, it's not have added salt in here, but I tasted a little bit of this and it's definitely really salty, so I can see why our girl doesn't use much sodiums anymore. It's probably because of this. But you're going to need basil leaf, ketchup, lentils. I don't know if I got the right kind. I don't ever cook with lentils. So you're going to need artichoke hearts. I just got marinated quartered artichokes. I think I fucked up a little bit on that. You're going to need rotel diced tomatoes. She has the ones with habanero in it, but I couldn't find that on the shelf. And the reason I have no salt added on this one is because the green beans you're supposed to get said it had no salt, so I figured I'd go one way or the other. You need 2 potatoes. I wasn't sure if I'm supposed to get a potato that's regular so I can clean it, or get one that's already been wrapped, because I don't know if I want to touch these. You're going to need 1 onion. You're going to need a bag of sweet corn. I think I may have gotten the wrong kind of corn, but super sweet should be fine. Hers was like a sweet kernel corn. I couldn't find that. You're going to need a bag of the cauliflower, broccoli, and carrots. And then you're going to need another bag of already sliced up carrot chips. And you're going to need sriracha sauce. I got the Licum Key sriracha sauce for this. Alright, so for this you're going to need a nice stock pot. You're going to fill it all the way up with the chicken broth. Let's get it open. See if I can't go a little quicker. Alright, good. Now you see there's not enough in here. So what we're going to do is we're going to go over to the sink and we're going to fill it just a little bit under this first bulb. So I'll be right back to do that. As you can see, I'm back from the sink. I got it filled up most of the way with some extra water in here. I got the heat on high to start boiling. So we're going to add in our seasonings first. We're going to do garlic powder. We're going to do a good chunk of it. That should be alright. We're going to do a good bit of parsley. So I'll do like a pinch of this. Let's see if I can't get the parsley out of here. Probably a little more than that. Yep, that should be good for that. We're going to do loads of black pepper. When I say loads, I literally mean like I saw her shaking that damn thing. So we're going to put, yeah, I think that should be good. What else do we need? We need basil, a pinch of that. That should be good. Italian seasoning, we're going to use a good bit of this. We're going to need a lot of this seasonal. I hope this is the right stuff. If it's not, whatever. Let me just take this thing off. I think it's some kind of seasonal salt, but I didn't see it in the store. I'm hoping this seasonal is fine. And then I'm going to need some ketchup. Shake this up. That should be good for the ketchup. And I need this soy sauce, this liquid amino. I'm going to do about 5 seconds worth of this. 2, 3, 4, 5. And then I need sriracha. Apparently there's a lot of this. Let's get my thing open. I saw her squirting it real good into hers. A little bit more. A little bit more. There, that should be good for that. And then just a spoonful of our minced garlic. Which I'm getting that right now. Oh shit. That's a little much. I like that. Should be good. Alright, we're gonna let this boil up. And while that's boiling up, the couple things I gotta do. I'm gonna portion out all the stuff on a plate. I'm gonna cut up the potatoes into large chunks. I'm gonna do the onions into large slices, and I'm gonna open up some of the other cans, like of the diced tomatoes and the French green beans. So I'll be right back while this is boiling up. I'm still working on portioning up things. I think the all-purpose seasoning I got wasn't the same stuff she uses. So I think mine's gonna be a lot more colorful. Well, I'm actually glad maybe I didn't get the right stuff if it was salt instead, because it was a Morton's thing, but I didn't see it on the shelf. But if it was salt instead and all that frickin' liquid aminos I put in, this thing is going to be salty as shit. So while I got a potato here, I'm going to show you how to wash a potato. Ready? We're going to stick it under the sink. We're going to rub it down real good. Take a cloth and just clean it just nice. Don't follow any of Kay's recipes. You can put soap on this, I don't care, but this should be fine. Alright, so I'm actually going to show you how I'm going to cut them up. I'm just going to cut this baby right in half. We'll make some nice dices out of these. Actually, we'll cut it in half one more time. We'll make some nice big ones out of this. Ooh, fucking thing's bubbling over here. A little mixture. Turn down just a tiny bit until I can get this crap in, but it's bubbling and ready to go. So let me finish dicing up the rest of this crap. Still working on portioning stuff out, but I got the tomatoes cut up. I got like a handful of extra carrots on here. I got the onions cut up into nice thick slices. So what we're going to do is we're going to come right over to the pot. And I turned it down a little bit because the boil was a little high. But we're going to gently put these right in our slop. Just gently. Woo! Have it go everywhere. Now, if there's a better way to do this, just put it in the comments below. But we're going to add all that in first. I'm going to probably turn it back up. Oh yeah, let me stir this bad boy around. We're going to let this cook for about 5 minutes or so. And then we're going to start adding the other stuff. Now I'll go show you what we're going to add in first. So there's a couple ways we want to do it. We want to add in the broccoli and cauliflower mix first. Then we're going to do the corn after another couple minutes that it's in. Then we're going to do the artichokes, which I'm grabbing. Where's the can? Ah, right here. We're going to drain the juice from the artichokes, and we're going to add this whole thing of artichokes in here. Then we're going to add the diced tomatoes while we're doing the artichokes too. And then we'll do the green beans last with everything else. So give me a second to open up the artichokes and get that ready. Alright, I'm back. I lied. It hasn't been really cooking too long. But we have to add in half a bag of these lentils while the rest of this is cooking. So we'll go ahead and add it in. That should be good. We'll stir it in there. Now I turned it back on the high, so hopefully we'll get it bubbling up again. We'll get the potatoes nice and soft and the onions nice and raw. If you could tell, it actually, to be fair, while the broth was in there, it smelled okay. I like the smell of the chicken broth and the sriracha. It doesn't smell too bad. It hopefully looks a little bit different, but hers look kind of like vomit at the ends, and we'll see how that goes. Now hopefully it all cooks down proper, because I'm worried. And see how close it is up to the top here. There's not really much space left between the top here, but at least in hers it either cooked down or she drained a bunch of water out of it. So I'm gonna give this a couple minutes here, and then I'm gonna come back, and then we're gonna put in the vegetables like I said. Look at this. Look how much freaking water and stuff's in it. I'm a little worried. I turned the heat back down a little bit while it's boiling, but it's only been a minute or so, so we'll see how it looks shortly. But I just wanted you to see, like, this is a nice rapid boil for it. Alright, so now it's time to add the broccoli and cauliflower. And we just want to do this nice and gently. See if I can't get this in there. Try not to add much more of that water. Alright, so we'll have this boil back up, and we'll let this go for another, I don't know, another 5 minutes. Then we'll add in the corn and the rest of the crap. I'm going to add the rest of the stuff in. We're going to do the corn first. Put that right in there. I'll move the plate out of the way here in just a second. I can barely see over my phone. And I want to apologize now if I accidentally cough on the camera. Like I said, I'm not feeling too great. Alright, there's the corn in there. Now we're going to put in our artichokes. I guess I fucked up and didn't get the hearts, but I'll just do the regular ones. And do the whole thing. Did I get it all? Yeah, I got most of it. We're going to put in our diced tomatoes. Probably gonna end up taking, oh fuck, I put too much in there. Yeah, whatever, it'll be fine. Now we'll put in our green beans. Actually, I'm gonna take some of that out. You see how much is in there? I'm gonna take some of that juice right out. Alright, let's see how it's we'll mix it up a little bit. See how it's looking. Looks okay, I guess. Looks kind of lame, but we'll see how it looks when it actually starts boiling up, and it's when it's actually all done too. Like I said, it still smells all right, but I don't get a lot of vegetables, so this will definitely help me out. My mother was actually very happy I was making a vegetable soup. And then I showed her who the recipe was and what the hell I did with the onions. She's like, come on, really? So we'll let this boil up, and then we'll come back, and after that we have to let it simmer on medium heat for about 40 minutes or so. So let me get it to boil back up. I got it on a rolling boil here. I'm going to stir it up one more time. And then this is on at about medium high heat already. So I'm going to let this go, barring no trouble with the water, for 45 minutes. And then we'll come back and we'll see how it looks. But if you can see it right now, it's cooking okay. I'm a little worried about those potatoes, but I can always cook that a little bit longer. And I'm hoping that the potatoes soak up the excess moisture we got in here. So that would be awesome. But I will see you guys in 40 minutes. Alright, it's been 40 minutes of steeping, It should be done. The potatoes, I felt one of the potatoes earlier. Let me see if I can't find another one in here. The potatoes are mostly gone now. That's an artichoke. Here's one of the potatoes right here. Yeah, feels done. So while it's nice and hot, I'm gonna scoop some out. I'm gonna wait a minute, and then I'm gonna have some of this. Now, that smells really good from the seasoning still. Try and get a nice big scoop of this. Yeah, there we go. Get some of that artichoke in there. Oh yeah. Some nice vegetables. Let's see, is there anything else I can get in here? I think I got a majority of it. Let's get a piece of cauliflower. Now it definitely looks a little fucked up. I mean, it's not the greatest looking soup, but I guess it's not as bad as I thought it would be. Like, her video made it look a little worse, but I mean, with mine it doesn't look completely like throw up, but it kind of does. So I guess if I stir it a little bit more, it probably would. I guess thankfully the corn hasn't risen to the top too much, so it doesn't look as bad, but I'm gonna let this sit for a few minutes. And alright, so let's try it. If you're curious what that noise in the background is, it's I'm watching an almighty Tevin stream, so let's dig in. Let's get some of that artichoke in there. I like artichoke. We'll have a piece of that first. It's hot. Wow. I can really taste that sriracha. Woo! It's just like water and sriracha so far. Let's see if I can't get a couple more bites. Wow. Let's get some of the cauliflower in here a little bit better. See, I'll try one more bite of this. A little bit of the artichoke I didn't like. Now everything cooked pretty good. I'm going to say that all I really taste is water and a lot of heat. Like, I don't taste any actual flavors to this. You can probably see my nose is running a little bit. You know how much of a vagina I am with the heat. I don't like much stuff with the heat. Let me try some of that potato. Surprisingly, the potato cooked all the way, but all I taste is the heat. I can tell it's the heat from the sriracha and the over amount of black pepper. I mean, you would think with all the spices and shit in this that this would not be as bland as it is, but it really is. It's just bland. You would get better results of just eating the vegetables straight. I mean, I guess I could eat it, but do I really want to? Not really. Yeah, I gave it the benefit of the doubt. This isn't good at all. It's not worth the time and effort. Is there something on me? It's not worth the time and effort to make this at all. And it's just a lot of vegetable waste. I mean, really, you could eat the vegetables just by themselves and with something else. And those onions are not very good, but yeah, it's just all just heat in your mouth with no flavor. I'm surprised that it's literally no flavor whatsoever. It's just bland. Yeah, I would not recommend you eat this. Actually, while it's cooling, I was supposed to do a Q&A. I didn't find many questions on my comments. I don't know if anybody emailed me. I the emails are hard to look through. But I have a couple. This one's from Isaiah Kickle. How and why did you start YouTube? Last year, actually around this time last year, I literally texted my buddy, said, should I join the pool, the overpopulated pool of YouTubers? And I said, I'm like 70% serious about it. He's like, yeah, dude, why not? And I was like, I kind of want to be like DSP, Red Letter Media, and Jack all at the same time. But obviously I prefer the doing the cooking stuff versus I wanted to do like movie reviews and stuff, but I don't think that's going to work out. I think the cooking thing's just fine. But he gave me the idea of do everything in a retarded first person style, and so I did. And I just decided to try the Aunt Myrna's party cheese salad. At that point, nobody really tried it. There was always videos on it. But Ethan Martin said, how tall are you? 5'6". I'm a fucking manlet. Joel Bobbins, what's this cock party you keep talking about in this video? What? And then I have one more question. Necron, hey, when are you doing the tutorial on how to choke your kid almost to dead? Still waiting for that one since you did that podcast. I need some more time as an apprentice, and then maybe we'll get to that. But at first I have to get through Valentine's Day, and hopefully my Valentine's Day cooking is up to snuff to get a girlfriend, and then we got to get pregnant, and then we can go from there. I mean, I'm not Ghost Dad. I can't choke a son who doesn't exist. So let me go grab a spoon real quick. I'll be right back. I mean, it's still hot, but we might as well try it while it's still hot. But I do have one more question I wanted to answer. It's the same one from these. So this is a funny story. So what happens is